Greetings, fellow RPG geeks. How's it going? I had another thought today. As a young child, I was very shy. I really didn't have that many friends as a young kid. I was always friendly. I had a lot of acquaintances. And I'm talking about elementary school, age. I can remember even going to family functions and literally holding on to my mother's legs. Um, because I was kind of short, and just so I didn't have to, face my own family members. Now, granted, I have a pretty big family. I have five aunts and uncles on my mom's side, five aunts and uncles on my dad's side. But I just noticed that I was really shy as a kid, and it kind of strikes me as something kind of neat. I started playing role playing games with just like my brother and a friend or two from down the street. I think we started out with the Hero Quest or Hero Quest board game, and there might have been like a one shot boxed adventure for original Dungeons and Dragons that I remember. I kind of remember the fold up cardboard pieces, the ogres and trolls and orcs and so forth. Uh, and after that, I believe we started playing the Lord of the Rings ice game. It wasn't Middle Earth role playing or MERP, but it was a red box game with I think it was Angus McBride cover on it. But again, that goes back to my Lord of the Rings obsession. So, um, but anyway, I was really shy, and it started small, like baby steps. Especially when I started playing, uh, I knew the rules, so I became, as Tetsubo put it, the eternal GM. But me and my brother eventually started taking turns running games. But it's kind of an interesting process. As time went on, I believe role playing games in general, just the whole thing, kind of broke me out of my shell. I It was almost like practice for social interaction. In the real world, your work, school, what have you. It was almost like a trial run of how you should interact with people. Now, I know some people, don't like role playing games for whatever reason, and you're welcome to your opinion. I have my own opinions, and I probably won't go into a lot of them because some of them aren't very popular. But I just know that for me, I was very shy, and I really think that role playing games is one of the main things that broke me out of that, introvertedness. It let me express opinions. Now, role playing games let you express opinions of your character, which aren't necessarily yours. So, in a way, I think it's kind of like a safe way to try, like trial and error, for you to break out and, in your own personal life, just be able to express your opinion, not be afraid, not fear you're going to say something really stupid and make yourself look like an idiot. I think for me, a lot of that was the fear for me, that I would say something that would, make me a big outcast or, whatever. So I was just thinking that I think role playing games really are great for people that have a hard time interacting with people. Because in a way, you interact with, at first, with me, I interacted with a small group. So, it was me, my brother, and two friends. So that's four people. And then as I progressed and as I played, different games, different genres, I would, especially rules like games, I could have anywhere up to six people. I think I ran a Firefly Serenity game using the old World of Darkness rules. Here comes a cat. The old World of Darkness rules for Firefly and Serenity. And at one point, I believe I had 8 players. I wouldn't recommend that many players for most role-playing games, but for that one, it was fine. It was just stats, skills, and a few bonuses here and there, depending on what kind of character you wanted to run. But anyway, it really helped me, I think. I can't really put my finger on any other thing in my life that brought me out of that. I really believe it was role playing games. So for me, it's I mean I am a big RPG geek, and I say geek with pride. It's not like I'm putting myself down. Maybe when I was in middle school and high school, there was definitely a stigma to my interests, my hobby. But I kind of wear it on my sleeve now. I friends and family know that I play role playing games. They might not understand exactly what I do. They might think maybe I'm a little weird, but I really don't care. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy my hobby. Uh, so for any shy person out there, and I'm sure there's a lot of us. I think really there might even be more shy people now because there's less social interaction. We're texting, we're interacting via email and spending a lot more time on the computer, isolated. I really think there might be more shy people now than there used to be, but I could be wrong. Uh, just I don't know. I recommend anyone just try role playing games once. I mean, hopefully you get someone who knows what they're doing and can run a good game. But Lefty wants to say hi. Say hi, Lefty. But first, like I said, for shy people, I would try role playing games out, and don't be afraid, or try not to be afraid to do things in character. I have had a few like really shy people play in my games, and I try to tell them if if you don't say anything, your character doesn't really do anything. If you just sit there and just watch what everybody else does, you're essentially watching them have fun. So if you are a shy role player and you're you're still really shy, even at the gaming table, try to get rid of that fear. Try to work on that. I've often heard it's like a phobia that you can work on it a little bit at a time. That you can do little things and then try to push the boundaries. Try to do a little bit more. Try to speak more. Try to interact more with characters or what have you. And again, this doesn't have to do always with role playing games. Maybe you're really shy and you join, a youth group, or you join some sort of club at your school, and that could be a way for you to break out of shyness. But for me, being, growing up on Lord of the Rings and fantasy, role playing games fit. They fit like a glove, and they still have. I've been playing since probably I was 10, maybe younger. I'm almost 31 now, so you do the math. I don't know. It's been kind of like looking back, hindsight 2020. I really think that role playing games have helped me, and I did inherit my father's humor, but for a long time I was kind of afraid of sharing that. Afraid that well, I guess I do go too far sometimes. But people kind of like give me the, but. But anyway, so shy people out there, give RPGs a shot. Maybe it'll help you out like it did me. And if you are shy, it really isn't like shy is a bad thing. Even though I guess I've been kind of saying that shyness is a bad thing, but you don't have to be Mr. Extrovert. But I think some middle ground is better for most people. So enjoy your games. Have a good day. I'll talk to you later.